as you are all aware, Monica is detained right now, and the reason for that is that yes, she was offered bail, but the bail conditions were not just inhumane, they were also completely anti-democratic in nature. I'm not going to go through all of the conditions, but I'm going to tell you about a few of them. So some of the conditions include, but are not limited to, the complete dismantling of Reignite Democracy Australia, so the entire dismantling of the organisation. Also, the prohibition of any expression of opinion that is contrary to that of the Chief Health Officer of Victoria. And also, in addition to that, severe restrictions in relation to her movement, her speech and communication. We were all, even our legal team said they've never seen anything like this before. And the conditions proposed, and I need to include, this is really important, that these conditions were proposed by Victoria Police. Just utterly inhumane and not something that you would ever expect to see in a democratic society. So Monica did not bend at the knee, she did not cave, she did not sign these bail conditions, showing incredible strength, incredible strength. And I think I speak on behalf of everybody here when I say that we are not going to stop fighting until we bring Monica home. Who here agrees with that statement? If you agree, say aye. We are not going to stop fighting until we bring Monica home. And on top of that, we cannot allow for this type of precedent to be set in our country. So, from the perspective I'm coming from, obviously Monica is my girlfriend. She is the love of my life, and for me it is an utmost priority to do everything in my power and our power, obviously, to bring her home. But you also need to think to yourself, if they're able to do this to Monica, what type of precedent does this set in our country? Is this the type of Australia that you want to live in, where people like Monica can be subjected to this inhumane and anti-democratic treatment? I'd hardly think so. So it is a lot bigger than one person. In my view, this is crucial to our entire country. So the good thing I want to tell you is that Monica is very strong. Okay, I obviously know Monica very well, as you could imagine, and I can tell you that she is the strongest person that I know. She's much stronger than me. I'll tell you that completely honestly. She is a lot stronger than me. Now, I have a couple of quotes here from Monica. These are her words. I have two quotes. Quote number one, she said, quote, "I would rather be in prison with no rights than willingly sign them away." Quote number two, "If I do not let them break me, you cannot let them break you either." So she's not going to break. I know her so well. But in saying that, it's my very firm belief that she's much, much better off back home with us than inside of there. It's absolutely gut-wrenching. I couldn't make this video for a few days. I really couldn't do this. So that's why I waited a few days, and just to make sure that everything was in order before I made a video to address this. We're not going to stop fighting until she comes home. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. I'm dedicated, you're dedicated, and we're going to do everything it takes. All right. Also, some other related matters. My home was raided my studio, MCJ studio, was raided and my equipment was seized. I'm currently in the process of trying to re-establish a studio, and MCJ report will go on. The show will go on, and that's what I want. That's what Monica wants, and I know that's also what so many of you want as well. It's a gut-wrenching situation, but I can tell you honestly, we are going to continue striving for what's right. We're going to continue striving for democracy and civil liberties and the freedom to choose. And that is exactly what Monica is about. It's not about being against anything. It's about being in favor of freedom to choose and human dignity.